What's going on, everyone? David here. So I want to show you guys how to apply for a U.S. passport. Now, I did a video like this about 3 years ago, and I just wanted to update the video. So I'm going to show you the latest information when it comes to applying for a passport for your first time. But first off, if I can ask you to do me a favor, please hit the like button. Please also subscribe to the channel and hit that little bell notification. That way you'll get notified anytime we put out a video. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started here. So I'm going to show you their website. So the first thing you need to do is you need to go to the website that has all the information. So we'll do that first. Okay, so here's the website. It's going to be travel.state.gov. That's where you need to go. And the information that you're going to need to fill out, first off, just looking at the website, they have a variety of different things here, a lot of different information. So if you are a traveler, and I've been traveling for about 12 years now, and if you are a traveler, you're going to want to go to this website before you travel because they'll give you information about the safety. Is it safe in the area where you're traveling to and that kind of stuff. And then you can also get in the STEP program, which you can give them information, give the State Department information. That way they know that you're in another country just in case there's some type of a situation where they need to get you out of that country for whatever reason. They'll at least know you're there and they'll know your address and your contact information. So just something to think about when you're traveling. It's always good if you're traveling to a place where there is a U.S. embassy, it's always good to let them know that you're there. That way they can help you if there's a situation, there's a disaster, and they need to get you out of there. They'll at least know where you are. Okay, so let's go ahead and move down this website here, and we want to click on this, get a U.S. passport. Now, I'm assuming that you guys are applying for the first time. Okay, now if you're not applying for the first time, some of this stuff is not going to apply to you. If you are renewing your passport, you don't necessarily have to show up in person. But if you're applying for the first time, you do have to show up in person. Okay, so we're looking at the different things here, and what we want to look at is here. You want to apply in person, right? You need a passport, apply in person, and then they have these other categories down here. Okay, so let's go ahead and click apply in person. And that's going to bring you to this site. And I've already put a highlight on some of the important information that we need to focus on. So the form that you're going to fill out, you're going to fill out the DS-11 form. Okay. Now, this says you must apply in person using DS-11, and if you have at least one of these, if you meet one of these criteria, okay? So basically, you're applying for the very first time. So if you're applying for the first time, you have to meet in person. You are under the age of 16. Your previous U.S. passport was issued when you were under the age of 16. Your previous passport was lost, stolen, or damaged. Your previous U.S. passport was issued more than 15 years ago. So if you meet any of these situations, you need to apply for the DS-11, and we're going to do that in a second here. So filling out the form, just click on here, and it's going to take you to the form. Now, what I recommend you do is do the form filler, okay? You can do the form filler, or you can actually do the PDF and print it out. I recommend doing the form filler, and it will actually set everything up for you and print it out in a PDF for you, okay? This is what you need to take to the facility once you've completed. So let's go ahead and click on this form filler, and I just want to show you what's in it really quickly. Okay, so they're going to ask you this information here, just basically privacy concerns. You just click this box here and then submit. Okay, now you're going to come to this page here, and this is where if you're applying for, if you lost or stolen a passport, you apply there. If you want to check your status, you can apply here, and then this is what we want, okay? You want to fill out a form. So it gives you this information up top, and so I'm not going to read all the information. You guys can go over this. I'm just kind of showing you what you need to fill out. So this is the form here that you're going to fill out. Now, what I like about this form filler is it tells you where you need to fill out and where you don't have to. Okay, so middle name, if you don't have a middle name, or if it doesn't show like in your identification, or if you don't want to have your middle name in your passport, then you don't have to put it in there. So they're showing you that. So it just helps you. Shows you exactly what you need to fill out, what you don't need to fill out. Employer or school, this section you don't have to fill out. So basically, you're going to fill this form out. You're going to go to next, fill out the rest of the form. It will print out a PDF for you. Okay, so that's very important. It will do that for you, and it will actually set it up. So if it's The DS11, it's going to print it out as a DS11 if you tell them that you're applying for the first time, which they ask you information like that. Okay, so that you don't have to worry about. Oh well, I'm doing a renewal. I'm not doing applying for the first time. It will set it up and actually print out the correct form. Okay, so let's back up, and we'll go to some more information. I just want to show you some more information on here. So DS11, so we already talked about that for the first-time filers and any filers that meet the criteria that we looked at above here. So let's look at some of the other stuff here. Okay, so what do you need to bring here? So you're going to need to submit a photocopy of the front and back of your citizenship evidence, okay? And so this is very important. You're bringing a copy. Now, when I did this video before, you had to actually bring the original. If I were you, I'd bring the original and I'd make a copy, just to be sure. Because what they did before, and I'm not able to find that on here anymore, but what they did before is they kept if you brought, like I brought my birth certificate, a certified copy of my birth certificate, they actually kept it and then mailed it back to me. They're not saying that they're doing that anymore. Basically, what they're saying is they want a photocopy of it. So bring a photocopy and the original, and they'll probably look at the original and just make sure that they're correct, and then they will go ahead and take the photocopy. Okay, that's the way that I'm reading this now. So if anything changes, I'll make sure to let you guys know. I'll give you an updated information. But as of right now, that's the way it looks. Okay, so if you don't want to submit a photocopy of your citizenship evidence, you must submit a second certified copy of your citizenship evidence, and it says which we will keep. Okay, so they're saying that they're going to actually keep it. So if I were you, definitely make a copy because you want to keep, if you have any type of citizenship documents, you want to keep those just for future. Okay, and then it says if you don't submit a photocopy or a second certified copy of your citizenship evidence, your passport processing could be delayed. Okay, so you want to make sure you take care of this. And like I said, if I were you, I would still bring the original when you go to apply, but make sure you get you have a photocopy with you. And they tell you right here, so it has to be legible on white, 8.5 by 11 standard paper, black and white, single-sided. Okay, so that's the information there. Now, as far as an ID, you're going to need to bring some type of a government-issued ID as well, and you make a photocopy of that as well. Okay, front and back. And you're going to bring that in, and they're not going to keep your driver's license or your ID or anything like that, but they will take that copy. So these are all the approved IDs that you can bring, okay? Now, it does say here, and this is different, so it says some states now issue digital ID documents, okay? Digital ID documents you cannot use. You're still going to have, they're not going to accept that. So you're going to have to find some other type of ID that you have. So if you have like a digital driver's license, which I'm not aware, I don't have a digital driver's license or a mobile driver's license or mobile ID or anything like that. But if you do have that, just understand you're going to have some actual physical ID, okay? All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to bring this information. Bring a photocopy of ID. So they're telling you here just to bring it. Needs to be legible. Same thing. 8.5 by 11, black and white, black and white paper, and then single-sided. Okay, and then what else should we do here? Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the photo. So you are going to need to get your photo taken. Okay, now I recommend going to like a UPS store. You can get them taken there. That's where I got mine taken. You can go to Costco. You can get it taken there. You can take it yourself, but I recommend just going somewhere and having them take it, because if you look on here, they're very picky about the requirements when it comes to these photos. Okay, this photo is going to go on your passport, so they're showing you here how you need to present yourself to take this picture, okay? So there are issues. So you see this one, this is a correct exposure. It looks fine, so that's a good one. This one's not. It's underexposed, okay? This one, white balance is off on this one, so it's got that blue tint, so that's no good. This one is an appropriate one. And then this one here, if you look at it, you can see that shadow, okay? So that shadow is no good. So they're not going to take it like that. You're supposed to have like just a normal face. You're not supposed to smile or anything like that. So just some things to think about. The easiest way to do it is just to go and have someone take it. It's not very expensive. It's like $10, $12 to get the pictures, and you'll get 2 different pictures with that. So that is that. Now let's go ahead and see if there's anything else here. Okay, the fees. This is very important. So how much does this cost? So if we're looking at just the passport book, DS11, $130 for the application fee, and then $35 for the execution fee. Okay, and so $165 for passport. Now, I recommend that, and then you have the passport card as well. Passport card is $30. The passport card is only good for land and sea travel. So if you're going on a cruise ship, you can use the passport card. If let's say you live in Southern California and you want to go to Tijuana and you're right on the border, and you can just cross the border. By land, that's fine. You can go to Canada, the same thing. By land, that's fine. You can use the card. But you need to use a passport if you're flying anywhere, okay? So I always recommend that you get the passport book. And if you want to get the passport card, you can. The benefit of getting the passport card and the passport book is you'll have the passport card, which would be a second government issued ID. So that's good. What I did, I don't have the passport card anymore. When I renewed my passport, I didn't get it. But when I did have it, it was good because I had that extra government issued ID. And in a lot of situations, I would carry it around on me, even though technically I couldn't use it if I was in another country. They don't recognize it, but I would have it because it was a government issued ID and it had all my information on there. So that's up to you. If you want to just get the passport book, it's $165 total. If you want to get the passport book and the card, it's going to be $195 total. Okay, so that's what we're looking at there. And then the child applicants, it's a little bit cheaper for children. So the DS11 would be a total of $135 just for the passport book. Okay, so they give you the information here on how to fill out your check. And they take checks, they take cash, and they also take credit cards or debit cards. Okay, so that is the information there. And I want to talk about one other thing. Okay, so now that you have all the documents that you need, you have the pictures, you've already filled out the applications, you have everything, you need to go to one of the facilities. And so you need to submit your completed application. And so you're just going to click on here, and it will give you the information that you need. So what I need to do is I need to find an acceptance facility. And it's very easy to do. Just put in the zip code, and I just put in the zip code for Anaheim here. And you can ask for the 10 closest facilities. We'll put 25 here just to make it a little more interesting. You don't have to fill out the state and the city or anything like that. Now, another thing, you can click on all facilities within 10 miles. That's probably better for you to do, or you can even say, let's say 25 miles. Now, you want all facilities. Now, looking down here, I want to show you something because this is very, very important. Let's say you didn't get your picture taken, or you don't want to go to a UPS store or something like that. You can get your photo taken on site. Okay, so just click that, and it will show you a place where you can get your photo taken on site. So let's go ahead and click search. Now, it brought up a list of all the different places where I can take all my documents, okay? So all you need to do is click on one. They're going to tell you the information here. So let's say the Anaheim Post Office, that's where I want to go. They're going to tell me the hours of operation and all the information that I need. They give the phone number there so you can call them to ask them for additional information if you want to do that. And so that's all you have to do. It's a pretty easy process. One thing that I didn't talk about was getting it expedited. If you get it expedited, you do have to pay an additional $60, and they'll have it to you between 4 and 6 weeks. Now, if you want to do just the normal process, it takes about 7 to 10 weeks. So it's based on when you're traveling. There is another emergency passport that you can get as well, but you have to show proof. Okay, you have to show proof that you will be leaving within the allotted time. I think it's like 14 days or 8 days. It used to be 8 days. I think they moved it up a little bit. So it might be 12 or 14 days. But you can look more into that if you have that emergency situation where you need a passport right away. And so that's all the information I have for you guys. You guys just saw the thunder and lightning behind me. It's raining. I'm actually in Colombia, and I'm telling you, getting a passport will be the best thing that you ever do. I got a passport about, 15 years ago. That was the first passport that I got. I'm on my second passport now. and it changed my life. I've been traveling ever since, and I've been just enjoying life. I'm out in Colombia. I've been in Colombia for the last 3 months, and it's just amazing. It's an amazing experience. So get out there, fill this application out, go down to one of those facilities, get everything taken care of, get your passport, and start traveling. If you guys have any questions, post them down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.
Come and take a ride, you just can't deny everything David, living a retired life, get your passport, we about to turn the heat up. He done hit Thailand, Aruba, Colombia, Costa Rica, and places that I ain't mentioned. Steady getting this pension, you don't wanna miss it, gotta make sure that you tune in, never know what to expect. Taking off in a jet, so much fun and entertaining, you ain't seen nothing yet. Hey, time to lay back, yeah, it's time to fly. How we do it when we living that retired life. Hey, ain't no stress, only good times. How we do it when we living that retired life. Take off, hey, take off, hey. Ain't no looking back, ain't no looking back now. Take off, hey, take off, yeah. Up, up and away, never coming back down. Let's go. No worry, no drama, doing what he pleases. Time to hit the island, maybe see the sandy beaches. Let's go. Living a retired life, you ready?